What's up, everybody? It's DUBKDAD back in the WK, back in Wichita. Just came back from the World Championship Qualifier. I want to show you the deck I run at the regional flight, a 16-man flight. I faced two Chaos Dragons, one Dino Rabbit, and a Hieratic Mirror to get first place and to get the mat and this really cool deck box that what I was told was only available at the World Championship Qualifier. This is real leather. This is not a sticker. This is like a part of the thing. It's like really cool. And it's not like that little crappy, I have it down here. It's not that like a little crappy one. This is unopened. We're just going to open it now. Yeah, we'll just fumble around. It's not like this crappy pleather thing that you got. I don't know if you can see the shine. Look at that. I mean, this is pretty cool. It says magnetic closure and everything, but it's like pleather. I was offered one of the prizes. They had like an uncut sheet for some kind of 3-on-3 or 6-on-6 deal, and they offered me an uncut sheet of the secrets for this, and I was like, wow. So if anybody knows how much this is valued at, please like comment down below about how much this is worth, because I mean, if somebody offered me that, this must be pretty sexy. I met It's Vegito at the Nationals. Let me just do a little something here. And he was like, dude, we made that trade and I never got my money. And I was like, dude, I meant to message you about that. I don't know what happened, but it was returned for postage. There were two, I don't know what happened, but apparently this was open and your money was taken. But when I saw him there, I went ahead and gave him his money. So this just let you know, bro, you know, I've worked too hard to build up my channel, and I'm not trying to rip anyone off. So, you know, that's the deal with that. All right, let's see the deck list that I use at the regional flight. I'm going to talk about what I use in the main event in another video. That deck was fail. I did not listen to my gut and tried to be all fancy pants, and that shit failed. So I'm going to do a video about how not to run Hieratics. Shout out to Paul Cooper. He got top 64 running Birdman, and he said that he watched my video and that convinced him to run Birdman. So shout out to you, bro. Good job. I'm really proud representing the Hieratics. So that's just going to inspire me to continue the series on Hieratics, because when the ban list comes around, I expect something to be done to Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I mean, especially with Gustav Max potentially coming. So, I mean, this deck is still solid. I mean, what other deck can pump out big-ass beaters? I mean, Chaos Dragons will be a thing of the past without Red MD. I mean, because I expect them to hit Future Fusion as well. And so, I mean, if this gets hit, this will be the deck that pumps out the big beaters consistently. Deck list: 1 Birdman, 2 Maxi, 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Card Cars, 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal, 2 Aset, 3 Sue, 3 Tefnuit, 1 Charizard, and I can't remember the guy. Shout out for the super rare first edition Luster Dragon. It sucks though, because I kept drawing it since it was super. I kept drawing that bitch. 1 Nepthet, 1 Trigodia, and 1 Gores. Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, 2 Lance, 2 Enemy Controller, 3 Convocation, 3 Pot of Duality, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 XYZ Reborn. Shout out to Glenn. I don't remember his YouTube name or his last name or anything, but I usually see him at the Regional Collector's Cash. He bubbled, but he almost got top 64 as well, running Xyz Reborn. People are sleeping on this card. I keep saying this card is broken. In decks that can spam Xyz, I mean, this card is ridiculously good. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Exploder Wing Dragon, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, 3 Thunder Charger, 3 Atum, Bouncer, Exabeetle, Tiras, Adris. Then my sideboard, 2 Torrential, 2 Decree, 2 Soul Taker, 2 Chalice, Mind Control, Crow, 2 Virus, Victoria, 2 Scarecrow. Talk about the card choices. Sorry to say, guys, but Triple Effect Veiler is balls. You can argue with me all you want. Triple Veiler is a thing of the past. I mean, it's such an amazing card, but it's only an amazing card if you face the meta, and we all know that DUBKDAD never goes against meta decks in main events. I played against Offering Gadgets and Gravekeepers and all this shit. I was like, man, I'm gonna wreck the Chaos Dragon and Dino Rabbit. Oh, Gravekeepers, Royal Tribute. I run that many monsters. GG. So, yeah, shit. Max C. I mean, Wind-Ups and Hieratics and even Chaos Dragons. I mean, this is a threatening roar against Chaos Dragons. When you just establish a field and you know their only out is to go ham, their draw phase, you max C. I mean, simple as that. Okay, so maybe they pass. So what? You now bought a turn to finish them off. And if you want to argue about that with me, then, you know, if I get to keep my board and they don't do shit and I have to neg one to do it, I don't care, because I still have my board that I can push for game on the following turn. I don't like triple card car, so I only ran 2. Triple Esset Clog. Some people will argue with me. I won't argue that. It works for some people. It does not work for me. And a lot of people don't like Nepthet. I mean, you need the monster clearing. I mean, he's pretty boss at clearing problem monsters, and people don't like him because you can't really do anything with him. He kind of sits there. But the way I look at it, he is a 2000 beater, and then he has that really cool effects that blows up monsters. There are a lot of people who don't like Gores simply because they're like, well, you can't exceed with him. It's like, so what? He's fucking Gores. You know, Tragodia can manipulate his levels and you can do stuff, and that's why I want to run 1. I don't need 2. I mean, because I can dig for it. I have the dualities and I have the card cards and the max C, so I'm going to draw into either one of those to prevent from being OTK'd. About the deck I ran the event, this is the reason why my deck failed, because everybody's running Gravekeepers, Gadgets, all that shit I played, random shit I played. Forbidden Lance fucked up the version I was. They literally just tore me up because of this card. I mean, I heard Brain Control was a good card. There's a lot of controversy in the Hieratic player community, if that's a community, about running Dark Hole, saying it's not necessary because it conflicts with your Tefnuit plays, and to an extent I agree. And in future builds, Dark Hole will be in the sideboard. I mean, yes, it's Dark Hole and it's a busted card, but, you know, I run Nepthet, and the people who don't run Dark Hole, you know, run multiple Nepthets. So, you know, Nepthet, you can spam. I'll have to show a combo video where you can, like, spam Nepthet and, like, clear a whole board of monsters, you know, with 2 Nepthets. So it's pretty sick, and I'll have to show that. A lot of players don't like Book Moon, but in my opinion, it's the best. It's one of the best neg ones in the game. You know, you can flip that Thunder King that your opponent opened with their 5 back row, so you can play your search cards and your dualities and special summon, or, you know, that damn Fossil Dino with 4 back row. You know, you can put it face down and, you know, do shenanigans and then attack it with Bouncer so it doesn't die. In terms of my extra board, I really wanted to run the camera, but I also really wanted to run these 2 guys because they're so helpful. You know, this dude, is can blow up face up cards. I mean, and you know these two guys can blow up cards. I mean, I can go into him and blow up Necro Valley. You know, push for damage, main phase 2, blow up Future Fusion. Somebody sighted in Light Mirror on me, and I was like, well, he's a dark. Blow up the Night Mirror, please. And then I can MST the other back rows. Well, actually, I MST the other back rows. Then, you know, then blew up the Night Mirror, or not Light Mirror. The synchros, I run so many synchros because of Birdman, and you know I can easily go into the Scrap Dragons and the Stardust with my level 5s, Exploder Wing Dragon, Veiler, and any of my level 6s, and you know I can do burn damage with anybody smaller than him, especially if I lance. If I lance just about anything and attack it, then you know, that's super sick with Exploder Wing Dragon. Then of course Black Rose Dragon blows shit up, and then Ancient Fairy Dragon. I ran this because of Dark Worlds, and you know, with a 3,000 defense and skill drain, you know, it just kind of sits there. And if they have all 3 of the Graphics in the grave, they really don't have a whole lot of outs. Plus, if I need to make a dragon to banish for Red MD, you know, later on, you know, I don't want to make Black Rose wasted. Plus, no, I keep saying plus, but you know, if I go Tefnuit, enemy controller, take a level 4, then bounce to vanilla, or even just normal summon Birdman, I can synchro for Ancient Fairy Dragon and not have to waste my Black Rose Dragon. Some things about my sideboard. Torrential Tribute is just for the baddies, people who say just walk into your face downs. Decree for back row heavy decks. You guys all know what Soul Taker's good for. Forbidden Chalice, since everybody likes to side Macrocosmos and some people are main decking Macrocosmos. Again, that's why Effect Veiler is so shitty, because you start off with 3 and then they side Macrocosmos against you. So that means now you have 3 cards you have to side out, and probably those 3 Veilers were bad in that matchup anyway. So, you know, that's where Chalice comes into play. You know, you can negate the Thunder Kings and negate the Fossil Dynas and all the other random shit. Negate the Snowman Eaters and the Spies when you attack into them. Mind Control, you know, just to take the opposing Exceeds or Red MDs. Light Pulsar Banish, special my Red MD. Made some people tight when I did that play. Random DD Crow. 2 Virus and Victoria. If you're running Hieratics, do not run Quackmere Drago, because you know your opponent's going to side Virus. I mean, I hate to say it, but I saw a lot of baddies side Quackmere Drago, like and be play testing my deck before. You know, I think I played about 8 people when played about 8 people. They run Chaos Dragons. You know, as I was, you know, rebuilding my deck, you know, with my salty tears. And you know, we were playing, and then we played sideboarded, and dude dropped first turn Drago. I'm like, are you serious right now? I fucking win. And I'm like, Virus, normal summon Tefnuit by attributing your Drago and go ham. Thank you, sir. And then Scarecrow. I got so many people to overcommit. They're like, well, you know, because there's ways to set up your board to OTK around Gores. And then, like in Hieratics, they'll just make Camera so they can OTK through Dragodia. Or they'll bust out Drago to prevent you from dropping Fade or Trago or Gores. So, you know, when they overcommit to OTK you with Drago or whatever, you go Trollface, you drop the Scarecrow, then you drop the Dark Hole, and then you win. And one final thing, if you're running Hieratics, and I was talking to the gentleman when it was over in the mirror match, he won the die roll, and he duality'd, and he flipped over Decree, and a couple other cards. And when I saw the decree, I rocked back in my seat and I was talking to him. I was like, dude, when you duality and I saw that decree, I said, do you remember when I rocked back in my seat and like put my hands on my face? He's like, yeah, what was that all about? I was like thinking to myself, I fucking win. I said, he said, what do you mean you fucking win? I said, I fucking win. I saw the decree. I figured you played either 2 or 3 in the main. I said, oh my God, game 1, you now have 6 or 7 dead cards against me. I mean, so he's like 3 decree, 3 MST, heavy storm. That's 7 dead cards. I'm like, oh my God, I fucking win. And I fucking won. I 2-0'd him because he main deck decrees. He's like top decking dead decrees, and he had a decree on board and Gore's in hand, and I was just like, honk. So I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but I was just like, don't main deck decree. That's what Sue is for. Sue is a boss. Sue blows shit up and he gets shit done. If you don't like back row, then main Lance and just play smarter. You know, that's my advice to Hieratic players. All right, it's a super long, extra long decklist video. Sexy sleeves. I traded for sleeves all weekend because I didn't want to crack mine. You could tell these are a lot of people's first time there because they like as soon as they got their sleeves, they cracked them open and put them on their deck. You know, which is cool and all, but and like you realize that if you keep these unopened World Championship sleeves are like $50-$70. I don't care. You know, like, and you know by the end of the day, these sleeves are gonna be beat to hell, and you will have wasted $50 or $70. I don't care. Oh, I guess you're right. I was like, sucks for you, dude. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. It's DUBKDAD, and I'm out.